Hey, in this video, I wanted to share an experience that I recently had and how I think that experience is going to be changing in the next 5 to 10 years. So basically, I have two bank accounts. In one bank account, the account went into the negative. And then since it's in the negative, they actually charge you every day that you do not bring it out of the negative. And so I had to go to one bank account, stand in line, I had to ask for money. I think I withdrew like $300. And then I went over to the other bank. I had to stand in line, and then I actually put the money in. And I'm making that sound really simple. It took like a whole hour, which isn't that big of a problem until you realize the alternative. So I guess I'll start by saying this. I actually have two YouTube channels, and one of them is about cryptocurrency, so you can kind of see where this video is headed. So the channel that is about cryptocurrency actually has around 200,000 YouTube subscribers, and it's because I make videos explaining cryptocurrency and blockchain stuff to like everyday people. What I realized when I was learning about this stuff is that most of it is written by developers for developers, so it's super complicated and nobody can understand it. Basically what I do is I try to understand it and then I explain it in a simple way, and people seem to be loving that. Anyways, I wanted to share an experience I had about that channel. So I actually created a private membership where basically some of my audience members can join by paying, and then basically what they get is they get like step-by-step videos about how to do things with crypto. And one of those things is to deposit money into an application, a decentralized finance, DeFi application that actually earns you a pretty high interest rate. And it's not like investing in crypto where it goes up and down. It's like you're actually investing United States dollars pretty much, but they're on the blockchain. So it's not super volatile. You're basically like giving your money and then letting other people trade with it, but you can take it out at any time, and it's not like it's not going to be there. It's definitely going to be there. And basically that's what these tutorials teach you how to do, and there's a few other things like that. And so someone joined and needed help, and so I like giving help to anyone that asks. So I was like, hey, get on this call and I'll show you how to do it. And so I was asking him questions. I was like, oh, you're trying to move money from here to here? And he said, yeah. And he's like, all right, can you send me like your address so that I can actually look through and see if you've made any mistakes or if you have the money in the account? And so he did that. And if you know anything about cryptocurrencies, whenever you send someone your address, they can use that address and send you money. But also, anyone who has your address can literally look at the blockchain using like a website and see, it's like a public bank account. They can see all the transactions that you made. And that's why he gave it to me, so I could look through the past few ones and see if you made a mistake. And so when I was doing this guy was moving $30 million from one account to another. And I did not know that. He never told me the number, but I could see it on the blockchain, like it's verifiable. I could go back and look again. It's on the blockchain. It's not being moved. When I say it's not being moved, I mean like when you put something on the blockchain, another block is added and then it's pushed back, and this block cannot be moved. So like he definitely moved $30 million. It was real money. It was technically crypto money, but if he transferred it over to like Coinbase, he could take out that 30 million. And so I was thinking about that experience versus the experience I just had where I spent an hour. And so on that phone call, it took around 30 minutes to teach him how to do it. And so 30 minutes to teach him how to do it, not actually do it. When he actually did it, it took 2 minutes. He moved $30 million from one account to another account in 2 minutes. And also, it was less than $1. There were like, the fees were crazy. Less than $1. If you tried to do that in the real world, in fact, if I went to that bank and said, can I get $30 million to move over to this bank? They're going to start asking some questions, and they probably don't have I can guarantee you they do not have $30 million in cash. So when I compare both of those, it's like, when you look at one, I like to think about it as an analogy. So like 10, 20, 30 years ago, the way we communicated or like stored data was on floppy disks. And we don't use floppy disks anymore. And the reason is because we have better things other than floppy disks. Like there's better, more efficient, user-friendly things we can use. The same with fax machines. Now, people still use some fax machines, but it's way easier just to send an email. The technology is much better than what we had. And so when I think about like cryptocurrencies, it's pretty much the same thing. We have these financial applications like banks and insurance and stuff, and they're slowly, like I've learned all kinds of stuff about this. This is literally my job for the past 6 months. That stuff is moving onto the blockchain, and it's way better. Like when I said my account went into the negative, and then because of that I got charged more money, that cannot happen on the blockchain. You can't do that. There's another thing you can do on the blockchain, which is actually take loans. But you know how the 2008 mortgage crisis happened? It was like people were taking loans, their house was worth this much, and then they took this much loan, and then the house value fell, and then like they didn't have any money to pay the loan pretty much. And so they couldn't sell their house to pay back the loan. And so on the crypto is a lot safer. You can't do that. They don't let you do that. It's all written in code. And so anyways, I just wanted to make a short little video explaining some of the stuff I've been working on and like a situation that I saw that I think in like 5 to 10 years is going to be changing big. So like, I don't think people will be using banks in the way that they use them today in 10 years. I think there'll be a lot of people who don't transition over, but a lot of the people in like high school right now, when they graduate and then actually get a job, they may be paid in crypto. And this may be me thinking like way out there, but I'll be interested in the next 5 to 10 years to see how true these statements may be. And I also wanted to share that with you. I thought it was really interesting to see. I know a lot of people aren't really into crypto or don't understand it, and that's pretty what my job is to help people understand it. And ending this video, I don't really know what else to say other than the fact that when I saw his account was worth $30 million and I was helping him move it over, I was like, man, I should ask him for a little tiny fee and see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. I thought this was really interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys. If anything, please don't go out there and start buying cryptos. If anything, start doing research about crypto. Start learning about it. Start educating yourself. Anyways, hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you later.